First lap at Charlotte, like the last lap at Indy, Team Penske out in front. Joey Logano.
Well, I was really interested to see that Kyle Busch chose that outer lane, and Joey Logano was able to take advantage of the lower lane right now. I think it takes a few laps for that traction compound to get some heat, build some rubber up to get the grip. And that's, you know, what NASCAR and this track here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, it's a compound that they've sprayed on this track to try to make that middle to higher groove stickier for those Goodyear tires to stick to.
I think that may be something Kyle Busch thought worked really good yesterday. He was in the race yesterday, but it didn't work out so good tonight.
Tire went down.
And we're under caution.
We'll bring it back to him here. Nice and smooth.
For the first time today. Lap 37.
Hell of a save right there.
Mike, a lot of damage to that right rear, and I did see one of the crush panels, which separates the tire and everything from the inside of the car. That thing come flying out. He's going to have a lot of fumes in that car when they get this fixed.
Now he was running 16. You hear that tire flailing around.
You could tell he knew something was going wrong right there. And great job to Austin Dillon recognizing that tire was about to go down and slowing the car down and being ready to turn back to the right as that car slid the back into the wall.
This run, the car has gone to the free side. Oh, and he's in the wall. Harvick.
Kevin Harvick has slammed the wall in turn 3. Jamie.
Well, just on the radio on the 4, just said he thinks he blew a right front tire.
Wow. Second caution of the day, lap 83, and it has pancaked the whole right side of Harvick's Ford. Here's a look.
See him, he's trying to chase down the 42 of Larson. Now he had been running a little bit lower than that.
Oh, yeah, you see the sparks. See the sparks started flying out behind the cars. He went into turn 3.
Was it a left front or right front? Looks like a left front went down.
I was going to say, the right front looked fine, but that left front's flat.
Yeah, as soon as it goes down, as soon as that tire goes down, the car sits on the splitter, and you lose your ride height, and that's what makes the car go up the racetrack into the wall.
And I looked at that damage to the right front, Jeff. That's not just going to throw a tire on there and fix it. I think it got serious chassis damage. Pretty hard lick.
Johnson and Truex 4th and 5th.
2 years ago, this would have been for the lead. Those two went and battled it out here a couple years ago, and Truex went on to win. But right now, today, it's all about Kyle Busch in this 18 car.
There you go, Jimmy again. He just forced his way right in between the 78 and the 51. I think Truex might come out on top this time. He's going to get that bottom lane, come up in front of Jimmy and hold him off.
Kyle Busch gets his 3rd stage win of 2018 from Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Martin Truex, Jimmie Johnson, and Erik Jones. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, green flag.
Blaney gets a nice launch. He did last restart. That outside just prevails. You're going to see this 42 come flying up here on the outside. Kyle Larson.
I was going to say, Blaney better put a big block. He doesn't know which way to go.
Man, indecisive right there.
Logano 3 wide into 3, top to bottom, and there they go.
Around right in front of the field.
Jimmie Johnson.
Oh. Joey Logano's around.
And everybody missed Johnson.
And I don't think even the 22 got very substantial damage to his car.
I'm not sure if anybody made contact with anybody, but that was an incredible job by all those guys to miss that. This is in the front of the field.
Joey Logano's run started back between turns 1 and 2. And he had incredible speed, went top to bottom to top again, and then got involved in all this. First, let's see what happens to the 48.
Oh, the 11 goes to the inside. They make contact.
Yep.
Very similar to what we saw in the All-Star race. I think it was what, the 17, the 78. That turns Jimmie Johnson around. Boy, the 20 was just trying to get slowed down, was on the rear bumper of Logano in the 22, and that's what turned him around.
Second place, Martin Truex, 3 seconds back of the lead with 3 to go in the stage. You were riding with Kyle Larson a bit ago. He's about 9 seconds back. Denny Hamlin, 12 back in 4th. Clint Boyer, 18 seconds off the lead, but in the top 5. There's Boyer. He is the highest placed Ford in the race, just ahead of his teammate Aric Almirola, a second behind him. And Chase Elliott filling up his rearview mirror in 7th. Elliott's teammate Jimmie Johnson is 8th. Ryan Newman for Richard Childress Racing, 9th in another Chevrolet. And then Erik Jones rounds out the top 10. He got the final stage point in stage 1. One more lap. Team Penske, bit of a disappointment at halfway. Only one car on the lead lap, and that is Ryan Blaney. After a mixture of strategy calls. Here comes Kyle Busch. Candyman trying to make it a perfect night here in Charlotte. Gets his 4th stage win of 2018. Ryan Truex 4th in stage 1, 2nd in this stage. Kyle Larson again 3rd.
Ryan Newman right there. Newman's had a pretty good night.
Larson!
Larson!
Turn 2, around he goes.
Hang on to her, brother.
I don't think he's going to hit anything.
Nope.
Little bit of damage to that right rear corner of the bumper.
Caution at lap 272.
I'll take it.
It looked to me, Darrell, like he started trying to run that super high line that we saw McMurray running so well.
Yeah. You can't be loose and run up there. He just proved it.
Larson was 4th when he went for a spin down in turn 1.
Yeah, there he goes all the way to the top.
There he is.
Oh, look at that left rear.
Yeah,
remember how we talked about earlier, I think it was Matt talked about him getting some kind of wheel hop in the rear tire, getting into the corner. Boy, that was really odd.
That's what happened.
Look, that cockpit is full of smoke, and look at this car control.
Driving, still on the gas.
You always know where the wall is.
Back in the gas.
Never lose sight of that.
He's lost sight of everything. Look how much smoke is in that car. And he keeps it off the wall.
Spins it around. That 2 cars going somewhere, boys.
He remembers when they were all passing him with those fresh tires earlier. He's going to make up for it.
Oh, a smoker going down into turn 1.
Fire, big fire going into turn 1.
Ryan Blaney goes aflame.
Stop off at 2 here. Stopping off 2. Keep coming here. Keep coming. Keep going on your
Caution.
left.
They told him to run it till it blew up. That's what he did.
Start getting out. Hop out.
I don't mind it blowing up, but it didn't have to burn up.
Well, that caution will be a break for A.J. Allmendinger. Free pass.
Ryan Blaney out of the car.
Up in a cloud of smoke.
Well, Roger Penske got one of his number 12s to victory lane today, but that was at Indy.
Tough break for that kid, and he's had several of them this year so far. Good car, good team.
Yeah, he's had some great runs that not been able to pull it off.
Jeremy Bowen's smart crew chief. Just don't have very good luck right now. Mike, this thing started blowing up about the start finish line, and then of course it went down there a little ways, and that's oil that's just gotten all over everything, caught on fire.
That's a lot of oil.
There's only 3 laps to go in this stage if he can ride it out. Since the restart, Aric Almirola has dropped from 6th to 15th, Matt.
He's been very consistent tonight, running in the top 5 or so. But, Mike, the past 2 runs, the car has swung to the tight side. The last 6 or 7 laps, it is just plowing. He's trying to hold on. 3 to go till they get to the break. They can try to fix the 10.
Pushing and plowing, Larry.
Yeah, we're in complete darkness now, and definitely the handling characteristics are changing. But I would expect to hear more drivers complaining about being too free or too loose based on what a lot of crew chiefs told me this morning.
Larry, one thing I'm seeing is the pace has picked up. Cars are going much faster. There's not near as much fall off right now as we've seen in the past, and I'm wondering if that's building that right front air pressure up a little bit more.
I just think those higher speeds changes everything.
Last year, Martin Truex was rolling up the stage wins. Now he's fighting for the last stage point.
He got 2 spots right there at one time.
Truex now 9th, leaving Jimmie Johnson and Ryan Newman to fight for 10th.
Oh, Jimmie Johnson's really loose right now. We heard that conversation with he and Chad Knaus trying to figure out how to tighten the car up.
Kyle Busch wins stage 3. This time from teammate Erik Jones. Keselowski 3rd, Kurt Busch, Jamie McMurray the top 5. If Kyle Busch can close this out, he will be the first driver in the 60-some year history of NASCAR who has made more than one start and won on every track on which he has competed.
That's just that's a phenomenal accomplishment. I don't care if you like Kyle or don't like Kyle. I tell you, that is a phenomenal accomplishment.
I think that says it all about his abilities.
And he's not shy to tell you that he's pretty good behind the wheel. We heard that the other night.
His talent?
We heard that the other night after the truck race. But I think there's arrogance, and then there's cocky, and then there's confidence, and I just think he's that confident.
And you hear it in both he and Kevin Harvick. They both praised their team on the radio, on the in-car radio. They both fired crewmen on the in-car radio during a race.
You just want them to be as you want them to put as much into it as you do. You want them to be as good as you are, and when they're not, it is upsetting. It is disappointing. So you fire them up.
Truex 2nd, Hamlin 3rd, Keselowski now 4th, and he may fall into the clutches of Jimmie Johnson, who is the first Chevrolet in the race. White flag. Coming around to lead his 377th lap of the race. To take home his 47th career win. The Candyman comes. Kyle Busch gets it done at Charlotte. He has now won everywhere.
Yes, you guys are amazing. Awesome job. I can't thank y'all enough. Ever since I was a kid, I dreamt of this, man. Yes. You earned it today, pal. We had Sergeant Tosh on our side there. Thanks for that. Great work, guys.
Racing to remember and racing to win.
Kyle Busch grew up in Las Vegas, dreaming of being a NASCAR driver, dreaming of living here in Charlotte, racing here, and winning here. The winning part took quite a while, but Kyle, this is the one track that was left on the bucket list, and you checked it off tonight. How special is winning this one for you?
This one's very special. I don't think there's anything that can top Homestead, just with the meaning of what the championship is, but the Coke 600, I've dreamt of this race since I was a kid, and being able to win this race, and always watching the All-Star race and then the 600 the following weekend, and being able to come out here and now win the Coca-Cola 600 is just phenomenal. It's a little boy's dreams come true, and man, I just want to say that I thank NASCAR for one, for giving me a chance to come out here and have this opportunity to race for my dreams and to accomplish those things. And I don't know if it's ever been done before, but the first one to check off all the tracks and get it all done. I don't want to go to any new ones, so that would just have to start the whole process over. But holy moly, I can't say enough about M&M's. Love the red, white, and blue scheme and what it means. All of our heroes, whether they're fighting for us right now or whether they're fallen heroes. Certainly want to give a remembrance to Eric Toth, who's with us and who was riding on our car tonight, and his family who are with us here this weekend. So that's very, very special. Appreciate NASCAR doing that with NASCAR Salute the Troops. This is, man, this is so huge. Come here, buddy. Yeah, we won.